Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Talkaballadin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remaster. Today it's going to be Mihu versus Bisu here on Shakuras Temple. It's an RJB replay sent to me over the Discord. If you want to join the Discord server, let me know. I'll put a link in the description for you. And in the bottom right, we find the Chinese Terran player, maybe the best foreigner player in the world today. It's going to be Mihu. He is teal. And top right, a yellow Protoss looking very smart. It is Bisu. Maybe the best Protoss player to ever live. And let's go ahead and find out a little bit more about Mihu by reading his Wikipedia page. Mihu's Chinese nickname is Mihu the Great. He is widely considered the best StarCraft player in China and the top Terran player outside of Korea since 2017. He's got a lot of fans, such as the Mihu fan base, which supports him to win more. All right, man. So I kind of feel like that somebody translated from Chinese there into English. After 2016, Mihu became the player with the highest win rate in StarCraft events. Ever since he became a full-time StarCraft player in 2019, he has won the most StarCraft events in China. He's won $142,000 playing StarCraft, so he's an excellent Terran player here. This is an epic replay according to RJB. So let's go ahead and see who's going to come out on top here on Shakuras Temple. Very good. So, scouting, Mr. Pro. We got ourselves a gateway opening. Very good. Not a Nexus first opening on this 4-player map. Terran fans will be happy to see that Bisu is not Nexus firsting, because if you get away with it, it is very hard for the Terran player to win. At least according to Tastosis and what they said in the most recent ASL when I watched them. Gas coming up. Yes, indeed. So we're going to go ahead and have an early factory here. No gas. No gas here for Bisu. And there we go. There's the assimilator warping in. Anyway, he's fantastic. He's been, let's see, competing in BSL, defeating Ziki and DeWalt back in 2021. In 2022, he played in BSL 14 as the defending champion, defeated Ziki in the semifinal, and DeWalt again in a 4-3 series. So, I mean, yeah, he's right up there with Ziki, with DeWalt, people who are also considered top foreigner players, but according to recent BSL results, yeah, it certainly seems like he is the best foreigner out there. So that's cool. I don't know that I've cast any Mihu games before, but welcome to the channel, dude. Happy to have you here. So, bunkering up. As the Zealot comes wandering down, bunker finishes, and Zealot goes for the run-by, because why not? Oh, look at this. Look at this block. Oh, that was sick. That was some killer sick SCV micro from Mihu. That Zealot took way more hits than it probably ever should have. I don't think he's going to get a kill. I think the Zealot's going to die. Wait, maybe one. No kills. He was gearing up for an attack on that Marine, would have killed the dude. But he just held off an early Zealot from Bisu without losing a single thing. That's nuts. All right, Mihu, I'm impressed by you. Factory coming in. Bunker full of 4 Marines now. Now we feel safe enough to expand against Bisu. Bisu is throwing up an expansion behind this after Cybercore, obviously. And Dragoon going to head on out. Going to go ahead and try to pressure the barracks as soon as Singularity Charge is finished. But that would require it to start, actually. Instead, going for a robo? What is Bisu doing here? He doesn't... No. He doesn't already have Singularity Charge, does he? Look at these Marines. They're like, we'll fight you. We'll fight you outside. Just kidding. To the bunker, boys! He's going super fast robo. Like, before Singularity Charge robo. Yeah, there's Singularity Charge firing up. This has got to be Reaver stuff. We'll see. We'll see how good Bisu's Reaver stuff is in 2024. Coming down here against Mihu. Actually, I'm not sure if this is a 2024 replay, but pretty sure it's recent 2023, maybe? I don't know. I really wish that replays in Brood War just had a little bit of metadata that said when the game was played and displayed that instead of just telling us the last time the replay was downloaded or accessed in some way. Super annoying that that's the case, but whatever. We'll probably live. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Okay, siege tank in production. Recognizing, all right, these Dragoons are going to be a problem eventually, but actually it's one Dragoon. And there's one Dragoon back here. And, well, there's your robotic support bay. So it is going to be Reaver shenanigans here. From the Protoss side of things, Terran, second factory, machine shop quiet. I don't know if he's going to work on siege mode, spider mines. Ow, big chunks, man. Big chunks. I'm just waiting for the machine shop to do something. If it's siege mode against this Reaver stuff, I think it's going to go better for him. But he doesn't know it's Reaver stuff. He has no scouting information at all. I mean, you're not going to get a column sat out unless you're worried about the fact that it could be DTs. But that's what this missile turret is for, right? DTs defensively. Being able to scan what's going on the other side of the map is nice, but not really a super priority. And there's the spider mines. So yeah, so look, spider mines are going to help. Going to help against DTs, obviously, because they can see DTs. It can kind of help against Reavers if they unload the Reaver on top of a spider mine. But that could be pretty dangerous, too. If they unload the Reaver, like, inside your mineral line, and a spider mine goes, and everything blows up. So we'll see. We will see here how he's planning on dealing with the Reaver stuff. A little bit of a Marine tank push. Trying to take an angle. Yeah, see that? Vulture's like, ah, that's where those units are. Pushing up as Bisu trying to take a third base at this 12 o'clock position. But, oh, are we going for the third? Maybe we're going for the third. Oh, the engineering base sees the shuttle coming into. This tank maybe should come home. Just a thought, maybe. Oh, gosh, multiple turret hits there, though. That's a canceled base. That is canceled. That's canceled. Easy. So canceled base on Bisu from Mihu here. Absolutely crazy opening. He rebuffs the shuttle. He cancels the third base of Bisu. Mihu is on fire right now. Yeah, he's laying spider mines down. He's getting siege mode. Super hot stuff here. Okay, so now Bisu's like, I guess that's what I get for trying to expand with nothing defending it. The naked expand, as Falcon calls it. We're going to go ahead and expand with stuff in the general neighborhood. Okay, actually now everything's leaving. But we're sort of covering the paths in here, right? A little bit. I don't know. I really don't know what is stopping Mihu from coming back up around and doing it again. Because look at these angles the Dragoons are taking. These Vultures really want to get trapped in here, don't they? They want to be in here and then Dragoons show up and wipe them out. No, they don't, because they're leaving. They're smart enough to get out. Yeah, man. Shakuras Temple. I feel like I cast a replay between, God, was it Light and Bisu on this map a couple months ago? It was a really, really epic PvT and super awesome. Ooh, it's a Stargate from Bisu. Yeah, there's just not... Okay, well, Zealot absorbs tank hit. Reaver goes, we're just going to thin out this missile turret line. That's, I mean, if we don't get any SCVs, you know, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world here. We're just going to fly right into a turret. Oh my gosh. Ah, he lost the shuttle. Okay. Wow, Bisu just way too deep into the base, way too deep into that missile turret range, lost the shuttle, and the Reaver died. Keeping that Reaver alive would have been so nice. The Vultures just try to swing up here. They might have gotten that probe, I guess. But they're not going to take down a Nexus anytime soon. Dude, Vulture Speed is a nice upgrade. I don't think we're getting Vulture Speed today, though. I mean, Arbiter Tribunal on the way. It's just, Vulture Speed is good? I don't know why we're not getting speed for these boys. Mihu, is this a choice we're making? Whatever. But yeah, Arbiters. So it was Reavers. The first Reaver died, and Bisu's like, I guess we move into Arbiters now. No more shuttles for me. There's Vulture movement at 9 minutes. Oh, this is a really concerted attempt to take down this third base of Bisu, man. So they're both playing under barcode, so I'm not sure they know who the other one is, which makes it interesting. Like, I'm not sure that Bisu knows this is Mihu and vice versa. That might actually be kind of nice if you're coming at it from Mihu's perspective, as 2 tanks get target fired and killed. Whittle that tank count down. That's what I always say. Siege tank sieging up. Vultures coming on in. I think Bisu can do this. Are you building a bunker? Oh, he was until all of the Marines died. Nice. Yeah, Bisu's going to clean this up. Reinforcing Dragoons from the south. 5-kill siege tank dies. Bunch of Dragoons went down. A lot of Dragoon blood soaking into the rock here. I don't know how that works with physics, but whatever. Third base is landed. Looking pretty fancy here from Mihu, but Bisu holds on to the third base. Oh, and a fourth base coming up right side from Bisu too. I like that. But yeah, what I was saying is, if you know you're playing against Flash or Bisu or Jaedong or, I don't know, Snow or Sulky or Mini or any number of these really, really top tier players, you'd probably be a lot more nervous and play maybe more tense, maybe make more mistakes because you're so overthinking what's going on. But if you're just playing a barcode, maybe you're less concerned and more relaxed, and maybe you'd perform better if you just didn't know who it was, right? Dude, stop taking so many hits to your shuttles. So maybe that's what's going on here for Mihu. He doesn't know this is Bisu. He knows this is a really solid Protoss player. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's very aware of what's going on here, but maybe he's playing smoother and easier because he doesn't know who this dude is. All right, man. 3-base Terran, looking fancy, throwing up 8 factories on 3 bases. Seems good enough to me. Stasis is on the way. There's a spider mine in this base, hilariously. That could go pretty bad for Bisu. I'm trying to think of a specific situation where it would go bad for him. It'd have to be an enemy unit or friendly unit gets in here, like a Zealot gets in here or a Dragoon gets in here. Maybe dropping some Vultures in this area and hoping some units come back and try to deal with it, and then, never mind. Spider mine's gone. Cannon came up, shut it down. Ah, we get the cloaking sound. One of my favorite sounds. The sound design in StarCraft is insanely good. You know that, though. Recall's on the way. Science facility coming in. EMPs are one of the best options against Arbiters. We haven't seen Arbiter play a lot in PvTs over the last couple of months, so it's back. It's, you know, never fully out of favor. Recalls are good, especially on outer-lying bases. I feel like they're much better at dealing with outer-lying expansions compared to dealing with, like, in the entire main base. Recalls into the main base in a PvT feel like it's hard to get enough damage done to justify how many units you sent in there. Strangely enough. Anyway, Charon Boost is coming in. 12 Zealots at a time being produced on the other side. And Bisu's doing a bit of pressure here. I don't know if he wants to necessarily come in here all the way, but having high ground you're attacking from in both of these locations is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice, if you ask me. Scanning up. Sees that it's a little bit of a fallback here. Yep, this map was made in 2020. Does this map maker really wanted us to know? I mean, 3-basing Terran is pretty good. 4-basing Terran obviously better. But this is an engagement. Bisu decides it's time to go. Swinging down this right side, down the ramp, into the siege tanks. We've got +1 attack on the tanks. The ground units have +1 here for the Protoss as well. Great stasis gets tossed down. Doesn't catch as many tanks as maybe you'd want to, but Vultures are pretty good targets because of those Zealots. And yeah, this is, I mean, even if you're not going to break through here and win from Bisu, this is a pretty good tank thinning excursion, if you ask me. A lot of tanks dying. Not all of them. It is hard to kill all of the tanks in a position like this. But that thinned out that tank count deliciously. Bisu fans cheering at this one. Right side base is coming up. That's an interesting place to expand to for Bisu. Because, I mean, it's right next door, man. It is just right next door to the Terran. And, I mean, okay, you don't usually want to expand towards the Terran player if you can help it. Like, expanding here is a fine place to go. Expanding up here would also be okay, except there's a Vulture sitting on top of it and kind of preventing a probe from getting that taken care of. Is this a recall? What are you doing over here? Didn't get EMP'd, but backed out anyway. Maybe just scouting mission there for that Arbiter. Who knows? Tanks are working on +2 attack. EMP's on the way here at 14 minutes. Might be a little bit late, all things considered. He's backing off. Oh, does he want Mihu to come up here to take this base out, and then he's going to come down the ramp and wipe him out? Is it bait? Nah, he's like, no, I actually do kind of want to just straight up defend this thing. I don't need this to be a trap or anything. These are recalls. Ready for these guys to be recalls? Or stasises at least. There we go. Very, very nice stasises. Siege tanks at the back. Vultures thinning out. Good scans. Zealot count evaporating pretty quickly. Another great stasis. Backline siege tanks are sieging up. Are there enough? Are there enough Dragoons and Zealots to do that? This group just ill-fated. Unfortunately, they come down this direction instead. Take some more tank shots. Stasis on what feels like half of the army here for Mihu. Can't be happy about that. But stasis will wear off. That's the secret of stasis, right? More tanks. +2 attack finishing up here. Gateway units are at +2 attack and +1 armor. Mihu's photo on Wikipedia is great, by the way. Should put it in the thumbnail. It's honestly fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, tanks on this ramp are in range of the Nexus. Stasis, temporarily removing them from the situation here. Bisu's at 190 supply. Mihu's at 166. Spider Mine connections, wiping out a siege tank there as well. And Bisu is expanding up here about this 11 o'clock. So, I mean, he's not putting all of his eggs in this basket. Bisu again, just kind of A-move charging on in here. Some of the shots are going after the engineering bay, which I don't know those are exactly what you want to be doing. Nice ob snipe with a scan and the Goliaths and the whatnot. Bisu's doing this pretty well. I mean, he's serious about this base. He's mining from it. He's at 72 workers to 68 here. Still 3 basing is Mihu, and he's just never really been able to get up to that maxed out army of scariness. Arbiters come in, stasis again. Double stasis across the sky. What does it mean? Every time Dragoons try to come from this left side, it doesn't go as well for them. But hang on, he's backing out. These are +2 siege tanks now with +1 armor. A little bit harder to dislodge, and they hit and pack a punch bigger than they did 26 or 25 seconds ago. Yeah, it's just weird. Maybe Bisu's like, I know this is the Terran's base. If I take any resources from it, though, it'll make it easier for me to win this game. But this is such a huge map. It just cannot come down to this map is split in half. Right? I mean, it can. It's ridiculous to say that it can't, as Mihu's expanding bottom left here. Yeah, but Bisu just trying to contain, right? Terran's on 4 bases, trying to make sure he doesn't get onto 5. Bisu lost a base, and Mihu gained a base instantaneously. I mean, look at that. All of the Protoss wreckage is still here. Is how recently that base died. And it looks like a Terran base. That's a weird thing, right? You don't see that very much. Hallucination on the way. Someone asked a question about that the other day in the comments about why hallucination is not used. RECOOOOLLA! There it is. There's the recall. And I said, well, usually they just feel like Storm's a better use of High Templar energy than a hallucination is, but we might see some hallucination in this game as this base fully evacuated. CC has to lift off, +2 Dragoons firing at it. And then he's going to unload some High Templar in here to make sure. Yeah, storming that choke is so good. Storming that choke is so good, man. Woo! Okay, so that hurts. Third base took a lot of damage. SCVs died. It's still 69 SCVs, though. I think the evacuation might have been better than I thought it was. And this Vulture, or Zealot down here, has got 2 kills. Finally gets wiped out. +3 is on the way from the Terran player. We're at 3-2 upgrades to the Protoss. Obviously, we saw the probe up here on the top left, so expanding up here makes a lot of sense for Bisu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases for him. And 4 bases for the Terran. Maybe a 5th base down here. Dragoon making sure. Nice recall again, though. Into the main base. Remember what I said about recalls inside the main base? Hard to get a ton of value, but man, how the heck did he sneak an Arbiter in here? He didn't come this way, that's for sure. He must have come maybe from down here. Either way, man, turning a couple of his High Templar into Archons, denying the +2 vehicle or armor upgrade by sniping. Oh, and he gets the +3 vehicle attack upgrade too by targeting the armories. Sick. Absolutely sick plays here from Bisu. Very nice target firing. Another recall into the third. This time there are storms initially. A lot more SCVs die. 53 SCVs remain. And man, Bisu is just in control of this match. He gets the command center this time. Fourth base is dead, dead, dead. Not temporarily displaced. Everything in the main base gets cleaned up, but they got those upgrades, which is what, I mean, not entirely what Bisu wanted, but it's helping. It's helping a lot, I gotta say. Man. This is nuts. Bisu's got this thing won, right? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mike, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. 7th base on the way from him. This ninja base for Mihu is actually providing an incredible amount of value for him. He's not even rebuilding this. Okay, he's decided he's gonna move out here. Let's go. Science Vessel doesn't get target fired and killed. Doesn't really feel like throwing down an EMP quite yet. Providing detection for the most part against these somewhat cloaked units, sometimes cloaked units, sometimes not cloaked units. There's no, okay, there are a couple Goliaths here, and that means the obs get sniped. Okay, that's gonna make it a lot harder. Oh, there's another obs down here. Just kidding, backup obs. Always have the backup obs. Is he even, I don't think he's even replacing the armories. Okay, cool. He's not gonna worry about getting those upgrades. Everything is all right for Mihu. He is just going to keep making vultures and siege tanks and snipe off some High Templar that are rallied out to kind of the wrong place. Free High Templar are free. He says, I'm tired of defending. We got to make Bisu worry more about his own bases than he is about recalling. Speaking of which, did he land on... That must have been landing on a spider mine. Or the siege tanks wiped out a huge group of them too. I don't know. Where are these arbiters coming from? Ah, science facility gets sniped too, so no more science vessels. This is bonkers. This is absolutely bonkers, man. Yeah, ComSat getting targeted too. He's like, oh, yes, I need my arbiters to be as effective as possible. Thank you. No, so... Everything is good if you can't see my invisible stuff. A Wraith is on the way. Maybe he's going to use Wraiths to deal with these Arbiters. I don't know. But eventually, everything in the main base does get cleaned up again. Oh, that right side base got absolutely horked. Alright, so Bisu loses a base in all of this chaos. Probes evac out of there. He's down to 59 workers. EMP on the Arbiter. You imagine if EMP on the Arbiter made it so it couldn't cloak stuff anymore? That would make EMP extra good. But also, if you don't want it to cloak stuff anymore, just kill it. That's exactly what Bisu is doing here. So Bisu loses 2 bases effectively. He's still at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's a 6th base. He's still on 6 bases. Veteran Mihu is replacing his 4th base. Or 3rd base, just kidding. 3rd base, very nicely. So, I don't know, 5 bases for him, 6 bases for Bisu. Not the worst place to be in the entire world. Could be a tougher spot to be in, for sure. Alright, D-Matrix, there we go. That's some use on the science vessel. I don't think we can make any more because the science facility is dead. And then Bisu's just like, nah, this isn't a scary enough turn and placement. Let's just wipe out every one of the tanks here. Maybe this is a little bit scarier, though, with a number of spider mines on the ground. No Goliaths at the front to deal with this obs, unfortunately. And man, this base, this is it. This is Mihu's secret. It's like, Mihu, how are you still in this game? Well, Bisu doesn't know I have this bottom left base at all. And in fact, it's providing me with a lot of income that I wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah, I mean, he's not really heavy saturated on the gas because he doesn't need as much gas as he needs minerals. Genius stuff. Oh, is he heading down? No, he's not. He's more worried about defense than heading down that bottom left corner. The ninja base for Mihu looking good. And then, yeah, you just come up with a bunch of tanks, you siege up. Another base is going to die. Mihu! Mihu is trying his absolute darndest here. You gotta appreciate the hustle on this dude. I mean, I was gonna say kid, but he's 34 years old. So definitely not a kid. I think once you're 34, I think that's the limit. Maybe, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yep, Nexus down. Bisu in trouble. Dude, this base is gonna die too. If he can't save this base, how's he gonna save this base? What's he waiting for? 8 zealots? Making 8 zealots at a time. Dude, this is one of those things in TVPs where you can get a lot of damage done as a Protoss against the Terran. But then eventually, okay, he's gonna save this one. Here we go. He's like, how can he possibly save this Nexus? Well, by doing this. Great storms coming in from both sides. He does clear out the tank emplacement on the left side. The right side tank emplacement dies too. It's a 7-kill siege tank before he died. Oh, the Nexus did get destroyed at the very last second though. Bisu's on 2 mining bases right now. That's not okay. That is not okay. Income is hugely favoring this 3-basing Terran player compared to this 2-basing Bisu. Bisu on the counterattacks. EMP, EMP, EMP. EMP. Okay, can't EMP. Eat a stasis. That's all you can really do, Science Vessel. I love that. Okay, but seriously, 1 siege tank and a bunch of spider mines rebuffed that attack? What is that? Where are you going, Bisu? What is up, man? Alright. Well, he's able to replace his 11 o'clock base almost immediately upon its death, so that's going to bring him back up to 3 bases. C'est très bien. Replacement science facility starts from Mihu. I feel like maybe he didn't recognize that was dead or something because it took him a while to get that going. He has still not replaced armories. Oh, just kidding. He did replace the armory because he needs to make Goliaths, but he's not using them for upgrades. Oh, here we go. See, that Arbiter cannot come through here. If you come down this side, 4 missile turrets destroy you. I mean, this one too. Whoa! That was a big recall into everybody dying. What? Wow. Okay! Yep, this game is crazy good so far. The back and forth has been really nice. As Mihu's expanding in the 6 o'clock position, I love the 1 turret. He's like, it doesn't count as a naked expand, Falcon, if there's 1 turret. The man makes a decent point. Bisu making a bit of a poke again. Arbiter just trying to find these angles, man. And absolutely dies. Nope, Stasis. Ah, Stasis is a Goliath, but another one comes in for the downtown shot. Very nice. Bisu again falling back. 3 bases for him. Oh, Zealot does come bottom left, and this, I don't know. Feel like it's the first time Bisu knew about this base. I feel like he would have made a different, yep. He would have made a more concerted effort to kill this thing if he knew it was there. And, he was heading this way, decides not to. Yeah, man, Misu's... My gosh, Misu's winning this. I don't know what to tell you other than Misu is winning this right now. Base count, I'd love to see him get up... Oh, there we go. He fires up vehicle upgrades as soon as I tell him I would love to see him get vehicle weapons. +3 in this matchup especially is very, very useful. Against Terran, it's good. Against Zerg, it's good. Rebase racing, so this base gets canceled. Bisu comes down, decides not to go down those stairs. I don't know. What's he worried about? 3-2 on his upgrade. Good storms. Really, really good engagement here. Good stasis for Bisu. Yes, there are enough Protoss. The Archon's kind of leading the way here, and Bisu's done an incredible job at thinning this tank count out consistently the entire game. It's why he's Bisu. It's why he is who he is. Comes down to the 6 o'clock base, just A moves right on in. 1 siege tank and a turret's not going to be enough to stop us. Yeah, definitely true. fleeing SCVs, taking storms right to the face. 44 SCVs do remain. 6 o'clock command centers. Got to retreat out of there. And then he's heading bottom left. Bisu. It's like, I am at an economic disadvantage. I have to do something about that. And the answer is killing enemy bases. That's one way you can do it. Yeah, this base is going to get killed by vultures, which is embarrassing. I wonder how much different this game would be if Mihu had +3 on his tanks, because I feel like he was in a wonderful spot. And then he didn't have +3 on his siege tanks, and then everything kind of fell apart for him. Yeah, bottom left base dies. Misu says, "Fare thee well, bottom left base. I love you. You gave me a lot of value today." A little bit of an attack in here. Bisu at this, whatever this was, the 5th base up the right side for Mihu. It's pretty much mined out. It's not as big of a deal. The 6th base coming back for Mihu is probably a better deal for long-term economic survivability here, right? Yeah, taking way too many tank shots there. That is way too many siege tanks for Bisu to consider dealing with. These Dragoons are dead unless they can get recalled out. That would be actually super cool. This base got saved, by the way. It got saved! Some units. I don't know what they were. Maybe the Arbiter saved it. Oh, DTs actually appear to have saved it. Nope, they don't have any kills. Zealots saved it against the Vultures? Sure. That tracks. I like leaving a couple Spider Mines and a couple Siege Tanks in here just to trap these Dragoons down here and making them dead supply. There's a Zealot down this way, too. That's interesting. But it's 200 to 116 supply. Bisu's up that much? Ay caramba. Stasis, okay. I mean, catching the Siren Vessel is always nice. Forcing the Terran to burn more scans is great. But that's a lot of Siege Tanks at the top of that ramp. Do they have +3 yet? No. Is almost? Yes. Almost. Definitely almost. Okay, so that Nexus is dead unless Bisu goes for really fast, focuses this tank down, which he doesn't do. He lets it kill the Nexus. Goes for everything else, though, which is kind of fun. But coming up a ramp, the Stasis Storm combo has been so consistently good for Bisu here today. Absolutely crazy stuff from Bisu. He cleans this out. Still stuck down here. Oh, I think they tried to make a move and caught some spider mines. Nice. Yeah, 160 to 80 supply. Tanks are dying at a ginormous rate. Way too high for any Terran player to enjoy. And these guys are going to come out of stasis and be dead. But this base dying is huge for Bisu. Bisu cannot be happy about this base dying. He wants to be on 4 bases. I mean, that said, the Terran's on 1 base. Mihu tries to save the guys that were in stasis, that are coming out of stasis. Might save, like, one of them. Maybe this guy. Nope. He dies, but all of his attackers died, so he was avenged. Seems like a positive thing. Long distance mining probes kind of getting murked here by vultures. All right, still 28 SCVs. Mihu fighting valiantly right now, but I just think there's way too much Protoss. That army value is massive in comparison to what these +3 siege tanks are. Everybody gets cleaned out for Mihu. Base left side, 9 o'clock position for Bisu survives. And rallying troops are getting murdered. There's just not anything left here for Mihu, man. He's just dead. He's just an absolute dead nerd. He knows it. GG! Mihu taps out and Bisu is our winner. But man, I did the thing again. Pressing P. It's really stupid. All right, man. That was great. What an absolutely fantastic PvT that was. Bases dying all over the place. Mihu did a great job against Bisu, man. He killed several Nexuses, a whole ton of probes there, wiped out entire groups of Protoss. But when it came down to it, even at the times where Bisu was on his back foot economically, army value-wise, he was still really good at throwing down stasises, cutting that Terran army in half or maybe by a quarter, and then following up with some psionic storms to really thin those ranks out and take them down. So That was great. I mean, that was just Bisu making the most of what the Protoss war machine is all about. I still love taking this base by him. It's a cheeky maneuver. Kind of communicates, I think I'm better than you, right? In some way. Good. Just really, 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 really fun stuff here today from both players. Mihu. Yeah, I mean, he killed this base, he killed this base, he killed this base, he killed this, he killed this. I mean, he killed so many Protoss bases today. And again, I just want to wonder how much of a difference +3 would have made in these engagements if he'd been able to maybe hold up a little bit better against these Protoss onslaughts if he had the +3 attack. Also, this bottom left ninja base getting scouted out finally and killed was a huge problem. And yeah, at this stage of the game, there's just too much economy, and bam, that's your win. So GG. GG. Bisu, 285,000 points to 307 in favor of Bisu. Got outproduced by the Terran, but outkilled the Terran too. It's going to be probably economy more than anything in this one. Both players raised about 30 buildings, which is interesting. Then Bisu outspending the Terran player by about 25,000 resources in 33 minutes will get the work done. It'll get the work done. Man. All right. That was fun. That was a really, 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 really fun PvT for sure. I hope you enjoyed it. Because that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Bisu win. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.